So this was shared on the Twitter by our Romanian friend. Normally I'd like to work the crowd a bit before I get a tad heavy with the language, but this just irks me right in the bollocks. Okay, so according to Twitter and modern culture, if you like Ibuki because she's 17, and therefore a minor, then that is gross, perverted, and weird. So I have a question. Justin Bieber started singing at the age of 13. He had millions of girls lusting after him, sexualizing him in various posters, drooling over him at concerts. Where was the concern there? Should those women have been placed on a watch list? Yes, they should never ever become teachers. Unlike Ibuki, Justin Bieber was a real person. You know how they say girls mature faster than boys? You know that means sexually, right? And I can prove it. You see, when a female teacher sleeps with a younger male student, what do the guys say?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, pretty much that. Whereas if it's the other way around and it's an older male teacher with a younger female student, oh my goodness, cue the pearl-clutching outrage. Oh, what a reprehensible predator taking advantage of an innocent young girl, blah, 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 shut the fuck up. Even when the boy is younger, the onus is still completely on the male. But when it's flipped, oh, the girl is totally clueless and is always taken advantage of. But remember, girls mature faster than boys. If you believe that BS, you're either a moron or her father. Now, one of the things that irks me about modernity, actually there's many things. If I made a list, I'd still be here till frickin' Christmas of 2025. Be a lot shorter if I simply made a list of things that don't irk me. Moving on. Now, I don't know if you've all noticed this, but our social fabric is kind of rotten. Ever so slightly. And one of the things that feminism was about is, oh, women are so much more than just their bodies. If I take a look across the media landscape today, evidently no, that is not the case actually. That's what feminism was originally billed as, and now all that unsavory post-60s sexual liberation movement BS, all of that behavior is now deemed as female empowerment, and any man that doesn't approve is just some intimidated misogynist, because who needs dignity and self-respect? You can simply trade those in for dollars, because remember, you are so much more than just your body. I sense a theme here, don't you? You know, aside from, say, maybe medicine, can you give me even one area that's seen an increase in productivity or efficiency due to an introduction of women? I rest my case. And the decadent sexuality is now so excessive, it's become kind of annoying. So much so that we now have an AI dressing women like they're women and not mere objects for gawking at. Man, this timeline is really screwy. Which leads me to tweets such as this one. Some of you guys are legitimately guided entirely by your sex drives. Does it ever occur to you people that we as humans can appreciate the ideal form without wanting to have sex with it? For the people that have this kind of reaction, honestly, I think the answer is no. And here is my theory as to why. You see, for the past, 10 years or so, women have gone full Zerg mode and cashed in damn near exclusively on their sexuality and nothing else. As a consequence, anyone can see what sells and sells well. So the production team will look at that and emulate it in a game, hence why the protagonist of, say, Stellar Blade, Eve, is based on a real person. However, because of the over-sexualization being used as a marketing gimmick, the aesthetic appeal of the female form is now associated damn near exclusively with just that. So when you find production who actually go by, ironically enough, an old-school feminist claim that women are actually more than just their bodies, when you have a character that is attractive, yet has a personality, yet has an interesting storyline, yet has a skill set, all of these types, when they see beauty, their default response is to ignore everything else entirely and simply go, oh, you're sexualizing the character. Fuck you, you miserable bovine, you reek of envy. Your life sucks and you don't look like that. By the way, this is perfectly in line with what a friend of mine said to me before about why the pixelated booba gets the flack but the real ones get praise. It's purely market competition in their minds. No, in the minds of gamers, not at all. Then again, the people who whine about this kind of stuff are not gamers. They pretend to be gamers and talk about it in the media as if they know anything. They aren't gamers, they're political infections masquerading as a bunch of stuck-up posers. They don't know any of this stuff because they don't have any functioning brains. They're too busy guzzling rocks of the black variety. Props if you understand that joke, by the way. I said this before as well. If there is a female character who is attractive yet irritating or badly programmed, the sexiness factor will tank really quickly. We play games to be entertained, not gawk at pixels, and if those pixels are a hindrance to the entertainment, we will not take kindly to it. Nor is sex appeal alone enough to sell a character. This is not OnlyFans, for heaven's sakes. In this realm, the women have to actually be more than just their bodies. They must have function. What a mind-blowing concept. I'll use myself as an example, right? Everyone knows my favorite female character in the Mass Effect series is Jack. Apparently, this is quite rare. Even V expressed disappointment at me because I choose her instead of Tally. By the way, I have to ask, why is Tally such a fan favorite? She's not even human, I don't get it. So the 3 characters you have to choose from is Tally, Jack, and Miranda. Now Miranda is hands down the sexiest character. Gorgeous face, I like the accent, athletic build, flat tummy, perky ass, nice set of tartars. Her whole gimmick though is, ooh, I'm a designer perfection of my rich daddy's money, oh woe is me and the burden of expectations. I don't find her interesting as a character, despite the fact she radiates raw sex appeal. Ada walked me through the studies she had on player and character relationships, which is split into 1 of 3 types, and the vast majority of people fall into 2 categories. I was in the rare third, which is like, I think less than 5% or so. Earlier in the game, when it's just you, Jacob, and Miranda, it takes 3 of you to take down 1 mech. However, when you meet Jack for the first time and unfreeze her, that scenario is in reverse. She rips off the clamps and nukes 3 mechs on her own and tears through the ship hull, as well as everything else that stands in her way by the time you catch up to her as she stands next to your ship. I look at that and think, holy damn, she can kick some ass. What is my mission as Shepard? Assemble a team that can take on the Collectors and kick their ass. What can Jack do? Kick some ass. For me, her appeal as Shepard is her function. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's mostly naked. Hell, I prefer her appearance in 3 when she's wearing more clothes. Normally the response is she is the I can fix her bro type, and I never looked at her like she needed fixing. It was more, you're kinda psychotic, therefore you have a story. I found her most intriguing. But yeah, there you go. Ironically enough, if they went by the old school feminist ideals of women are actually more than just their bodies, then maybe women might get respected as human beings and not just the objects they try and sell themselves as nowadays. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.